Texas high school students are still catching up after the pandemic slide, but progress is being shown here. Results from state assessment tests were released yesterday. Subjects that showed improvement included U.S. history, biology, and algebra. But the scores still aren't at pre-pandemic levels just yet. Scores for 3rd through 8th graders will be released next Friday. And with more on these results, I want to bring in someone with near 40 years experience in the field of education. He has led several districts right here in the Coastal Bend. Mr. Steve VanMatre, now the superintendent for the Tuloso Midway ISD. He joins us live tonight. So Steve, we'll get right into it. Thank you so much for being here. What did these latest results tell you?
Well, it's certainly pleasing to educators to see data for the first time since the pandemic that our students are closing the gap. We're very pleased in TM because, again, our students scored at the high school level as well as 3 through 8 above the region and the state. But it just goes to show that when you have face-to-face instruction instead of remote instruction, that student performance increases dramatically.
Right. And as a superintendent, I know you know this very well, that there tend to be a lot of emotions that come up when we are talking about the STAAR test. We have some folks who don't mind it, others hate it. You've been with several area school districts now, and they just released that there will be some adjustments to the STAAR test. Some of those changes are testing will be moving online, moving away from multiple choice. Do you think that's going to help in terms of the tension surrounding the STAAR test?
Well, those of us who've been in education for a number of years, particularly like myself, are used to changes in the STAAR test, whether it's in rigor, whether it's in the expansion of content, whatever. What I see with the new assessment that our students are going to be taking next year, big changes in cross-curricular type of questioning. For example, a student taking a reading test will not just be answering mastery on reading, but there could be science content in the question. There could be social studies. So the test is basically designed to give a truer accuracy assessment of what's happening in the classroom versus what it is now. There's also going to be no more than 75% of multiple choice. There'll be more open-ended questions. So the data that we receive on these tests should better accurately reflect the mastery of the TEKS that the student currently has.
All right, Mr. VanMatre, and we are running out of time, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask you while I have you here. The subject of school safety, it is top of mind for so many parents, teachers, students right now. So what is your message for fellow district leaders when it comes to school security protocols?
Well, it was hard for me to hear your question, but I think you're asking me, what is my message to our students and parents in moving forward?
Pertaining to school safety, security, things of that nature. Yeah.
Without a doubt, without a doubt, that's our #1 priority. In fact, it's difficult to focus on academic concerns, which are really important when we see and hear about the tragedy in Uvalde and across the nation. Let me tell you this. I cannot look a mom in the eye and say 100% that we're not going to have an active shooter in Tuloso Midway ISD. But let me tell you what I can do. I can tell a mom or a parent that we will 100% do everything we possibly can safety-wise to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, a tough conversation, but certainly one that we need to have. All right, Mr. VanMatre, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We certainly appreciate your time. Well, other news. Thank you. Some other news.